I am about to refill my coffee and just wanted to start this off strong. I think yesterday, I've told you guys I've been like cutting a lot of my caffeine intake, and I think yesterday I had too much caffeine too late in the afternoon, and when I tell you I could not sleep. Anyhow, so I eventually fell asleep. I guess the good news is it means I got some good reading done, like a few hours of reading done. But nonetheless, let that be a lesson to me. 3 p.m., it's too late. Too late for caffeine at this point in my life. I can't do it. I'm feeling like Belle from Beauty and the Beast in this shirt. The color, I love it. I'm gonna tell you where it's from here in just a sec. I don't know if I'm trying to decide if this is a good spot to show you these. I wanted to show you the jeans too. So these are both from Quince, and Quince is very kindly supporting my channel by sponsoring this video. Thank you so much. So first of all, this is the second one of these tops I own from Quince. Just ignore my mosquito bites, okay? 'Tis the season. I love them because they're super versatile. This yellow, like I said, makes me think of Belle, but it also makes me think of, it's like that buttery yellow that is really, really popular right now, but it's just pretty. And the other thing about this shirt is you can dress it up, you can dress it down. I've got it with jeans. So these jeans right here, okay. I feel kind of cool in these jeans. Like, I feel like it's what everyone way younger than me is wearing, but these actually, I think, are somewhat flattering. And they're pretty comfortable, so let me show you them. So these are them. I feel like they look nice. They're fitted enough on the back end, but they still have that like kind of cute, more wide leg, but I don't think it's overwhelmingly so. They're a fantastic length. I am 5'5", but my legs are a little bit longer than my torso, and so these are hitting perfectly. These shoes are also some little, I never know how to say it, Warachi sandals. I just think of the Beach Boys when I see it. Anyway, these are wildly comfortable. They have like this really comfy back area, and then this is padded here too. So I feel like they look like they might not be comfortable, but they actually are. How cute are these? It's just classic. But yeah, the jeans, they're higher waisted. I feel like they're stretchy enough. I sized up a size. I'll put all my sizing information down with the links below. Let me show the jeans at another angle so you can see them a little bit better if that's helpful. Sometimes they look different from different angles. So yeah, I really, really like these. I feel like these are gonna be worn on repeat for me, especially as we're heading into fall and winter. And then some new sunnies. Aren't these cute? I clearly have a style that I really, really like. I am such a fan of like tortoiseshell type sunglasses. So big fan of these. I like that they're larger, cover more surface area of my eyes when I'm out driving or out in the sun. And they look cute in your hair too, you know? 50% of the time, that's where they are. So I just popped this on top. Isn't this a cute jacket? I feel like I was really looking for some pieces that are great summer staples, but also things that can transition us into fall that kind of work with your summer clothes. And I feel like this, I just kind of rolled up the sleeve a little bit. Looks cute. I like that it's a longer length. I feel like you could wear this with leggings if you wanted to. I'm picturing, you know what I'm picturing. You know what I was gonna say, a pumpkin patch. Cute at a pumpkin patch with these jeans, right? Like, yes. But the other thing about Quince clothes I've been loving is these are built to last. These are high quality. They're able to keep their prices much, much lower because they're using a direct factory to consumer model versus having, you know, like stores and all of that. And so they're able to keep their prices lower, but the quality is so nice. I mean, these are just beautifully made clothes. I feel like they all wash and dry so well. Okay, so this is the other version of the top I got. Love animal print. But look at this skirt. It is super stretchy, okay? It has pockets. It's comfortable. There's actually a tie on the inside to tighten it if you want. I don't even have a tie. I don't need it any tighter. I just really like this combo. I feel like with a jean jacket it'd be cute with a white top over it, but right now, like I could wear this right now. I think it's really, really timeless, but you're gonna see I am such a fan of the olivey green. Okay, I wanna kick you a scenario. It is Saturday, it's summer, it's warm, or maybe if it's even slightly getting chillier, you need to get dressed for the day, but you wanna still be comfy. You might run some errands, you might not. You want something that works for both. These pants. These pants are super lightweight. Again, they've got pockets, super stretchy, you guys. Like this is so comfortable. This feels like I am actually wearing loungewear, but it's like actual real pants. Like this is incredible. And I feel like the black will go with so much. These are some linen pants that I've been dreaming about. You know what I mean? Like truly right here. So one thing I do that I started doing a few years ago as my body changed with having babies was if I found something that I loved, that fit me the way I wanted, that I felt pretty in, that I felt comfortable in, I would buy it in multiple colors. And that is what I do. And this dress is no exception. I have this in brown. It was the most asked about outfit I wore on my trip to Europe from you guys. Like, so many of you guys were like, where is that dress from? This is it. It's this dress. So they still have that one in brown. And then I got this one in this blue and white. I just feel like this is so pretty for summer. Again, I could put like a breezy white button down over it if I wanted, but also just probably more likely just wear it as it is. It's comfy, but still a little dressy. Like I think it would work for a backyard barbecue, but it would also work for church, you know? Again, I am obsessed with this color. This I have in white. You saw, I think in my last Quince video, but I also wore it again to Europe with my purse that I love from them. I think I love this because it is legging friendly. So again, perfect transition piece, but also it's just versatile. It's comfy. It's still breezy enough, but it's not see-through at all. Like the white one I have, not see-through at all, which is amazing. White shirts that aren't see-through, I feel like it's hard to find, as we all know. But yeah, totally legging friendly, but then it's still summery if you wear it with like little sandally sandals or something cute like that. But then in the fall with boots, I'm getting excited about fall. Okay, this is the red pair of the same ones, the black ones I just tried on. Love this with just like a white top. I feel like, again, it's kind of comfy, perfect for summer. It's breezy, but it's a little more covered up if that's what you're looking for. I can't get over how comfortable these pants are, you guys. This is very, very exciting. Like a lot of pants like this that I've tried on are way too tight. Even when I'm sizing up, like I always feel like they're too tight. So thank you so much, Quince, for sponsoring. Again, I will have everything that I just showed you in the order I showed it linked below with my sizing information, plus what I think, like, do I think you should size up or it's true to size, things like that. Again, I love shopping online at Quince because there's the free shipping. There are 365-day returns. That's amazing. So if you're trying things on, you wear it and you're like, I don't like it or it doesn't fit right or whatever, they make it so easy to do that. So thank you so much, Quince, for supporting my channel and sponsoring this part of the video. Another thing I got was this AirPods case. I thought this was so cute. I love that I can have it on my wrist, like if I'm going to work out outside of the home, but I also can just have it in my purse so I'd be able to easily find it. I lose this little thing all of the time in the depths of my purse. So love that. I'd never even thought about something like this. How cute. So cool. I am currently looking up some recipes. I'm wanting, okay. We have our handful of like 4 to 5 slow cooker recipes that are what I call, well, what many people call dump and go, where you literally put it on, turn it on, go to work, do your thing, whatever you're doing that day. And then it's generally ready to go. You're not doing a ton of work. Or like towards the end, like maybe you're shredding the chicken, maybe you're adding a little bit of half and half, whatever. I'm thinking of one specific recipe. Anyway, we're getting a little tired though of our go-tos. They're delicious, but we're having them every single month and I want something fresh. So I am on ChatGPT because I have had far too many of my friends tell me how often they use ChatGPT for specifically meal planning. One uses it specifically because is that bug inside? Okay, that was a ginormous bug. Okay, I think it's outside. Anyway, because they're having to eat like a very specific way, like no dairy. I think they're like breastfeeding and trying to figure out what's going on with the baby. So it's like no dairy, no soy, whatever. So anyway, she's found a lot of good recipes that way. So I wrote, gimme a healthy crockpot meal that is dump and go. I want one with chicken breast that has many good reviews. What I'm realizing is there are a million like listicles online of like 50 dump and go recipes from, let's say, Better Home and Gardens or whatever. Sometimes I'll try ones from them and they're not very good. And I'm like, that's too many in a list. I want someone that's like, this is the best recipe ever. And I've tried it numerous times and we eat it all. You know what I mean? I want to feel about our new ones the way I feel about our old ones. Like, they're so good. So the first one it gave me is Dump and Go Chicken Burrito Bowl. The problem is this is really similar to the one we already make. It's like a chicken, kind of Mexican street corn chicken chowder is what it's called. It's so good. I'll link it below. I know some of you guys are tired of me talking. We just made it. We have leftovers in the fridge. It is so good. It is so good. Anyway, I'll link that one. That one is I'll put my stamp right on that. Like, so good. So I'm going to ask, give me another one. Can you do that? This is still pretty new to me. Give me another one, please. I could probably give it the guidance of like none that are like Mexican vibe because I already make a few that are like that. Yeah, slow cooker white chicken chili. Again, kind of similar to what we do. Okay, more. Anyway, one thing I'm gonna make tonight, I might film if the kids are being decent, is, again, chicken and salsa. Okay, can I have one that is not Mexican vibe? Okay, that doesn't have a Mexican flavor. There we go. Crock pot lemon garlic chicken with veggies. It's got chicken, potatoes, and carrots. Okay, onion, garlic. Love all of that. Lemon, thyme, oregano, rosemary. Chicken broth, salt and pepper. Is that enough flavor in there? I mean, you know, does it have good reviews? Oh, would you like a creamy version or something Asian style? Oh, I want all of these. Creamy version, please. So anyway, I might look into this. See, does it give me the website it's from? I don't like that it doesn't give me the website it's from because I want to be able to print the recipe, A. B, I want a picture. C, I want to read reviews. So I might respond and be like, can I, this is like a lesson in ChatGPT. You're watching me learn. You're watching me learn. Creamy Tuscan crock pot chicken. I bet this has red, I was like, yep, sun-dried tomatoes. I do like that flavor though. Chicken broth, sun-dried tomatoes, cream cheese, Parmesan. Ooh. Printable recipe card. Yes. Whoa. Let me know if you want a printable recipe card or a freezer prep version of this. We'll start with printable recipe card. Anyway, I'll come back to you. I'll circle back in a minute and let you know what we're actually going to do here. I am learning that the way you ask something will really give you such different results. So I just asked again and I said, and please give me the website you got it from. And so now suddenly it's giving me how many reviews and what it's reviewed at, what the source was, and you can find the full recipe there. I asked for like healthier ones. So it's telling me like calories per serving, blah, 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 whole food ingredients, like all kinds of stuff. So that's so much more helpful. So if you're ever using it for that, maybe ask what the website, it did say it could make me that printable one, but then you had to like, it just takes a while. And I'm like, I want to get it and give credit to the website it's actually from. You know what I mean? Like that feels right to me. So now I've got more options. So again, I'll be back. All right. So I have found two that I think I want to try. I'm just going to try one this week and one the next week. One of them, it's teriyaki chicken and it's super, I'll link obviously both of these recipes below. It looks super duper simple, but again, really clean, really easy. And then like the picture shows it with, I'll pop up a picture of like from the website, shows it with like broccoli and rice. So hopefully it's good. We're going to give it a try. The other one I might try next week is crock-pot Tuscan chicken. That was the one I was talking about earlier. And it says to serve it over your favorite pasta. So I'll post a picture of what it looks like. I mean, it looks delicious. Are you supposed to shred the chicken at the end or no? So you could leave it as is. I don't know why. I prefer, especially when it's like really juicy chicken like this, like just to shred it because then I don't know. But if I'm serving it over pasta, you really could kind of do it either way. But I have a feeling the flavor of the sauce in this, the kids will really like too. So, and they of course love pasta. So we're going to try that one probably next week, but I've got both of them printed so I just like a printed. Anyone else, like I have to have a printed recipe. What I'm going to make tonight is, I'll show you, but it involves salmon. And I typically when we're making fish, Tyler is like the one that always cooks the fish. I don't know, like I feel like almost intimidated by cooking fish. And I know, I mean, I have cooked fish before, but usually I just bake it. It's simple, make sure it gets to the degree, whatever. But I love salmon. And so I've got some frozen wild caught salmon I got a week or two ago. So I've got a few of them thawing and you cut it into cubes and bake it. And it makes like a teriyaki salmon. Well, I'll show you tonight. I'm really excited. I hope it's as good as I'm hoping it is. You know what I mean? It'll either be really good or really bad. So we're gonna find out. I'm realizing though, if I'm doing the teriyaki salmon tonight and then the other recipe I was gonna do is teriyaki chicken, maybe I do that teriyaki chicken next week and then I'll do the Tuscan chicken pasta stuff this week. I don't know how much you care, but in case you were curious. Okay, I've finished my grocery list for what we need. I think I'm gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow though. I have done so much grocery delivery lately and I feel like it's such a 50-50 thing with produce where like they're not picking the best produce. And so I'm excited to actually go to the store, assuming that's actually what happens, and pick out our produce, like the berries and stuff. We go through berries like crazy. I honestly should go to Costco for that. We'll see what's in the cards, but I feel like half of the battle with getting ingredients together for dinner or like cooking dinner that night is getting whatever it is you need out of the freezer and thawing it, whether it's fish or meat or whatever. There's always something that needs to be thawed. And it's funny because I think back to when I was a kid and my mom was cooking dinner each night, and I'm now understanding when she'd be like, oh, I gotta thaw meat. That is exactly how I feel. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to thaw the meat. Now I gotta like thaw it in there instead of just letting it thaw in the fridge overnight or, you know, whatever. Anyway, I feel you, Mom. Y'all. Okay, first of all, our laundry area in our bathroom. We have had these magnet things. Are those all dry?
For the most part, yeah.
I machine washed our diaper bag.
Not bad. Not bad.
And this one looks like perfect. The other one is just seen better days. Anyway, I'm planning on a diaper bag comparison video someday soon because I've tried like 5 of like the popular ones, so I wanted to. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Let me show you what we got going on here. First of all, this handsome fella.
Where? So we got these magnet boards at IKEA because we collect magnets everywhere we go, and they're the perfect thing to collect because they're small and they travel well, and usually you can find stuff that's like not breakable. Sometimes we'll get ones that are like a little bit more breakable, but like for the most part, everywhere has magnets and they travel really well.
And they're really cheap.
Yeah, exactly. And so
cheap.
we've got, I don't know, how many do you think we have?
Oh.
Somewhere around 100 of them, maybe. I mean, we probably have like 100 of these things, if not more at this point. It's insane. But we bought these boards at IKEA, and then they were the absolute perfect thing. Mm-hmm. And then we very quickly filled them up. We have one here and one there. And so I went back and bought like 6 more.
Because we were scared?
Well, because I think they were going out of stock. And I was like, I don't want them to go. And so they've been sitting in the closet forever. And I was like, I don't know what to do with them because like they're not going to fit here. And so finally,
like we could maybe fit them, but we're like, okay, it's already cluttered enough. Obviously, we need to clean it out.
I've wanted to do forever, and Jessica doesn't like the idea. I've always wanted to put cabinets here.
No, what are you talking about? I would love cabinets. You said you want to put curtains here,
No.
Okay,
I don't
okay, we've got a lot to talk about here. First of all, there's usually doors here. Okay, they're like what are those called, bifold doors or whatever. Yeah. And we have already bought replacement doors for that. Yeah. So this is usually covered up is my point. Right. But you wanted instead of doors to do curtains. I was like,
no,
absolutely not.
I never said curtains. Curtains is never on the docket. What I said was I think we should put doors here and put cabinets in here.
No, I would love cabinets.
You didn't like that idea. And
you are remembering it wrong.
You are remembering it wrong. And so I said we just leave it open.
No.
And put cabinets, and you didn't like that idea.
No, because this looks so unfinished and like.
And I said if you wanted to close it, then we could put curtains. But anyway, that doesn't
matter.
matter.
I see.
Anyway.
No, I would love cabinets and doors. How about that?
Anyway, point of my story is we have these magnets. And we've had a million of these things forever, but these got so full, and so for the last couple of years, we keep buying magnets, and we don't have a spot.
We just had a pile of them. Yeah.
So finally. I think it was me who had the genius idea the other day to put these in our bathroom.
Yay. He is remembering it wrong.
Was your idea?
No, I'm talking about
okay, what are you remembering it wrong? Oh, the cabinets.
The cabinets and curtains.
Anyway, go ahead.
Actually, I do kind of think this was my idea.
It was not. You are remembering it wrong.
Each other constantly.
Yeah, because I have a genius idea, and then 2 days later, you're like, "Oh, I had this genius idea." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you about it 2 days ago."
Get out of here! All right, this is in our literal tiny toilet room. He hung up 4 of them, and now we get to look at these every time we're on the toilet. You know what, Tyler? I think it probably was your idea. So one thing we always do is write on the back of magnets when we like visited something. However, there were this handful of them that we just never wrote on it. So we are doing that right now. Tyler's literally in his Photos app, like figuring out when it was that we visited these places. This is one I had in my classroom for the longest time. I'm pretty sure it was from around 2010. That just makes me so happy. Okay. So much fun. Now, from about here down, the kids started helping. They did an awesome job. We were trying to do like all travel and then Disney. But we really only had enough Disney ones. And I mean, this is too many, obviously, but we had Disney ones enough. Yeah, they started getting involved. Like, that is not Disney. So anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, so I'm gonna mess with this a little bit once later. But all in all, awesome. We have room to grow, and we left, you know, a little space so we could always push things together, spread them out, whatever we need to do. So this is so cool. There are some that are in here that I feel like I have not looked at in so long. So this is your sign. If you like to go different places, travel, and you don't really collect anything, maybe consider magnets, because it's really fun and it's fun to look at. You could get a little cookie sheet and use it, hang it in your garage and look at them, put them on your fridge, whatever, but very fun. We had a few new ones from our recent trip. I know we have a couple others. I don't know where we ended up putting them, but yeah, makes me so happy. Okay, messed with it a little bit more, got things a little more evenly spaced out, so fun. I have a feeling like I'm gonna be constantly like, oh, that one's crooked, that one's crooked, that one's crooked. We are on the floor because I am gonna go through this drawer that lives here in the bottom. It was so stuffed, we couldn't shut it, and a bunch of stuff had like fallen behind. This is our drawer of, you know, toothbrush type backups, and just now seeing that I have these backed up, I was wondering where they were. They had fallen behind. Like another thing of allergy, like it's just so random. Some skincare stuff, but I need to go through it because I just don't need this many backups of stuff. I used to keep, you know, if you've been around a while, I used to have drawers and drawers of backups for everything, and things were just going bad. And so this is all I have of backups. And even this, I feel like is maybe too much. I can donate stuff / share with family and friends while things are brand new and not expired. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I need to go through this because some of it's Tyler, so I can't really just get rid of anything I want. But like, he has these Crest white strips. He's been using the Lumino ones with me. We don't even use these anymore. So I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm gonna see if he wants those. They're also super dusty because those were trapped way in the back. I had bought these nail wraps, and I feel like the idea, this is what my nail salon uses, where you put acetone on the little thing and then you wrap your nail, and that will help soak off your nails. It did not work like at all. However, I've noticed that my nail salon uses these, but they also have like a little cotton ball that they put acetone on to kind of really, so I think you need that extra bit over it. So I don't want to get rid of these because they are useful. So I guess that's something I might keep. We have like kids' toothbrushes from like, the kids are playing this game called Boomba. Well, I'm sorry, they made it up, called Boomba, where they like jump on the bed, they turn the lights out and shut the curtains, and they like jump off the bed. And I do not, they have tried to explain the rules to me. I don't get it, but they get it. So I'm like, well, anyway, toothbrushes, toothpaste. This is actually the toothpaste I do use. I just recently got, and I'm just about out of. So you know what? I'm gonna grab one for me, one for later. Got my cocoa floss. You guys know I love. Those are my backups for that. This is gonna be the next moisturizer I open, the Naturium multi-peptide cream. I just bought this recently. I'm almost out. I'm using this brand. Hold on. Haru Wonder. I think it's a K-beauty brand. They'd sent me a couple products long ago. I loved this moisturizer. Like, I am loving it. I still got a few weeks left of moisturizer in there. But this is the moisturizer I brought on the trip with me. I just depotted some in another little thing. It is so good. So I have a few more of their products in here. This is their Barrier Essence. I might use next. I'm finishing up like a hydrating toner, and I feel like they're not the same, but they're similar. So I'll probably use that next. Let's see, I worry about like some of these things that might go bad in here. Oh, I do have like a little cleansing balm from pharmacy. It's like a small one though. So I'm like, do I put that in my travel stuff? Maybe. Caudalie Dark Spot Serum. I actually have one of these open. I am currently using, but I don't know how I feel about it yet. So I'm like, do I really need another one? I feel like Caudalie has sent me a couple things of PR recently, and I don't know, because I feel like they're sending repeats of stuff. And I mean, I guess if I love it, that works out great, but I'm still kind of figuring out how I feel. More toothbrushes, always. My little Aquaphors, love these. So I have like 2 different barrier creams. Actually 3, I have my Cicaplast one, but I'm like, I don't need this many. So I might pass them on. This is the Kiehl's one, colloidal oatmeal. Oh, it gets me every time. So I might keep the Kiehl's, pass on the First Aid Beauty. But this is gonna be a good feeling. This backup of my favorite sensitive wipes that I'll use. I do have a cleansing oil. Okay, I have been out. This is from Kosas. We're gonna see how I like this. I needed a makeup remover and I just added it to my grocery list. And I'm realizing I had this. So I'm gonna literally need that tonight. So that works out really well. Again, a few backups of things I use all the time. This is what I use in my hair. This is my favorite, or one of my favorite body lotions. I could use this right now. I feel like my, I haven't been as good about using like a body scrub and AHA things on my arms, and they definitely, my KP, just like the red, okay, first of all, I have mosquito bites, so that's not what I'm talking about, but I feel like the red bumps and like that unevenness on my arms, it's always worse in the summer just because of the sun and stuff, and heat. But this does make a difference. This kind of product doesn't have to be this brand. So I think I might actually put that in my shower, and what a concept, use it, you know? Okay, so here is a pile of things I am going to pass on. And then I've got some shampoo and conditioner I'm gonna bring to our other bathroom where we have the bath, which is really the girls' bathroom. That'll be perfect because the stuff I have in there, because I'll shower like every once in a while after a bath, I'll like get a shower in there. So I figure this is perfect because the living proof ones I have in there, A, I don't love, and B, they're nearly gone. So gonna put that in there. Like I said, gonna put that in the shower, and then this is everything we got going on. So it may look unorganized, I don't know, but these are all things that are either backups or some new things I want to try, depending. Some of them are things I just don't use often. This is like half full, but it takes up too much room elsewhere. And so when I'm doing my hair more naturally curly, I grab for this and this mousse. So then we've got backups for both of us in here. We've got some skincare things in there. We got our like replacement heads for our electric toothbrushes at Costco. So I just emptied that pack in there. So there's a little more room. This is my favorite floss, but also talking about roller coasters. Anyway, I work with Cocoa Floss, which is why they, you know, they'll send me like their entire line when I'm working with them. But I love this. I've bought plenty of that floss on my own because it is my favorite floss. Anyway, so feeling good. It's much better than it was. And we can certainly shut the drawer and there's some wiggle room. So that's the name of the game. So I'm gonna make dinner. I feel like we've gotten a lot done today. We're gonna make dinner. I'm doing the salmon bowl I mentioned earlier. I'll link the recipe below for anyone interested. I'm hoping I can get this in quickly, and it looks really easy. So it says you can make like sushi rice with it and do the whole thing. I'm gonna do minute rice. We're trying to make this quick and easy. So for the salmon, all you need is the salmon fillets. I'm gonna cut them into 1-inch pieces. We need teriyaki sauce. She recommends if you're gonna do store-bought, just to do like the Kikkoman, whatever. So I've got some of that, and then olive oil. You also make a spicy mayo with it, mayonnaise and sriracha, yum. So I'm definitely gonna make that. So you basically just bake the salmon chunks after you've like mixed them into the teriyaki. And then you also heat up some teriyaki in a saucepan as well with cornstarch to kind of like make it a glaze. And then you brush it over the salmon pieces once they're done. And then you cook them for a few more minutes. Okay. So basically to kind of caramelize the top. So, and then we've got a few other ingredients I'm just gonna kind of prep. Hopefully this is good. I really hope it is. This salmon right here is looking a little sus. And quite frankly, it's not worth the risk to me. Everything else, I mean, it all smells fine, but like something about even cutting into it, I'm like, So I'm gonna use these two. They look perfect, they smell amazing, and just maybe you hate to do it, but, okay. Just gonna kind of let those marinate in there a little bit. All right, got a little mayo in there. We're gonna add some sriracha. I will say we've been trying this Melinda's. It tastes totally different than like every other sriracha, so I don't know that I would buy it again. It is what it is, but it's just not, it's not bad, but it's just not the same taste. And generally when we're doing sriracha, like we want the sriracha we know and love, you know? So it said we can add a little water to this to kind of make it a little more drizzly if we want. That looks so good, oh my gosh. am swerving a bit because the Kikkoman teriyaki, or at least this specific one I got, is so salty. And I know teriyaki is not meant to be like wildly sweet, but there's no sweetness to it. And thinking about putting all these things together, I'm like, I know what Tyler and I both like. So we also have this teriyaki sauce. I mean, it's P.F. Chang's. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be sweet, but I feel like it's gonna be good. So we baked the salmon. I pulled it off. Oh, I have not been focused during this dinner, you guys. I'm realizing now that I just took it off the pan. I've got to put it back on because we have to put it under the broiler. But I'm gonna put this on top of it because I made the teriyaki where you add cornstarch and make like a little thing, but again, it just doesn't taste that good. So I'm gonna use this, try to broil it with this and see what happens. All right, we're filling waters, but this is the final product. Because I got rid of that one salmon, it was not nearly enough salmon, but it looks good. We'll see how it tastes. Okay, you'd make it again?
100%. It was very good.
It was pretty good. I have to say, I was pretty surprised because as the salmon that I didn't use, like I had really low expectations as this meal progressed, as I was making it. It was actually really good. I think the sriracha mayo, if you don't have the ingredients for that, that is what pulled the whole thing together. So I feel like that is a must have. The edamame with it was great. The avocado was great. I don't feel like you had to have the avocado, but you definitely needed something. And I feel like the edamame was awesome with it. So again, it was kind of like a cooked poke bowl, really. Right? Yeah. And then the teriyaki, like I said, I think if we make this again, you can absolutely do the same in an air fryer. We just don't, we have an air fryer, but it's not like what everyone else has. It's kind of different. We don't often pull it together.
Is a convection oven.
Well, then we just used a convection oven, like our regular, anyway. Yeah, I would make it again too, but I think next time we have it, we need way more salmon because I still feel hungry. And I want to be able to make more of the sriracha mayo. But otherwise, pretty good. I would say out of 10, I would give it a 7 out of 10. We're hitting that part of the night. Tyler, what would you give it out of 10? Especially if we have more salmon, we could be more full.
7.5.
Okay, yours is a little higher than mine.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go. You can see my screen within there. Hey friends, so we are going to go to the state fair. It's like 90 degrees out. It is always 90 degrees at the state fair. Can we host a state fair in the fall? Does it have to be in August? Like, anyway, I'm always excited. I love trying out all the weird, fun food and all that stuff. The girls are excited. They have so many fun things for the kids beyond just like the carny rides, you know what I mean? So we're excited to go. It's like a Tuesday that's like their $2 Tuesday or whatever, where a bunch of stuff is cheaper. So fingers are crossed. We're glad to be saving money because it can get really pricey really fast. But just wearing like a comfy athletic dress. I'm going to throw on some white tennies, keeping it simple, keeping it cash. And I got my sunglasses, sunscreen on. It also might rain, so we're just really gambling tonight. All right, we have made it to the state fair. Just parked. It's a $2 Tuesday, like I said, so far it's not too busy, but I have a feeling as the night goes on, I'm excited. We were just looking up on the way and like watching, well, I was watching while he drove, but some reels on like different new foods this year and stuff.
Which is weird because it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna eat 6 corn dogs. That's all I ever do anyway.
They have a corn dog that's like Korean barbecue corn dog.
Yeah, I just need
it's got like sriracha and all.
Just corn dogs. I just need corn dogs. Just the 6 corn dogs, please and thank you.
They also have some kind of like egg roll. It's called the Dirty Dancing egg roll. I'm like, done, sold. I have no questions. I just want to eat it. Girls are excited about some corn dogs too. Maybe a lemon shake up in our future. Just dip it in the water. All right.
Well, this is all I'm here
Hey, you
for.
wore the appropriate hat. Hold on.
Right.
Who's your daddy?
Anybody remember that Wayne Newton song, Who's Your Daddy? Just me? Okay.
Wow.
That's why we do it, folks.
So this is lovingly dubbed the Milk Barn. And it always has like grilled cheese and milkshakes and ice cream. So we might get something here. Well, I got all excited about the egg rolls. The Dirty Dancing ones are sold out. So we're in this like festival pavilion. It's got all these beautiful artistic renditions of album artwork, but it also has these. And I asked Genevieve who that was. Genevieve, who did you say that was? Harry Potter. Okay, that crazy mouse is like Primeval World. All right, they're in this like weird Cherokee house. I'm not my thing. But these are the kind of birdies I had growing up. I had one, we named it Sugar. Aww. Just as I started filming that clip, Tyler had a bird. It's still on his head. I'll pop a picture here. Anyway, all right, we're gonna try this thing. I mean, listen, it's not bad. I think I had a deep fried Oreo once 1,000 years ago. It's pretty good. Does it need to be? I mean, Oreos are so good. Do we need this? I think that could be said about basically any food at the state fair. Did we need this? Did anyone ask for this? The answer is always unequivocally no. What'd you think of it?
Parakeets or the cookie?
Cookie.
10 out of 10 either way.
All right. So they actually have free putt-putt here, which is kind of cool. They also have this little like storybook garden. We can play music and stuff. Looking at this flower garden, we were talking about maybe trying to grow like sunflowers or something. And this like random patch in our backyard that I think gets enough sun. But we used to have like a ginormous bush that, I mean, it was as tall as I am, as wide, like we had taken out when we had like our deck rebuilt a year or two ago. And yeah, so now we have this like patch of land that we're like, what do we want to do with it? Do we want to turn it back to grass? So we might try sunflowers next year and see how they grow. I think that'd be pretty cute. I know this is super niche, but if you are going to the Indiana State Fair in future years, because I think by the time this video is going up, it'll be over. I'm not sure. But if you do, the FFA pavilion area, like here's another playground. Like there are literally like 4 playgrounds. There's like a small petting zoo. There's another playground I'm seeing from like, it's just amazing. But I am on the hunt for some of that pickle bacon ranch pizza. Okay. I was like, we are not leaving until I get that stuff. And it's right over here. So I'm gonna go grab a slice or two for Tyler and I. Can't wait. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, look at that. Listen, I had to walk quite a distance to get here with these. And the smell just wafting. I'm like, I just love pickles. In the right setting, I like pickles. Is this the right setting? We're gonna find out. That's pretty good. You're gonna totally love this.
So we used to get this pizza that had pickles on it that was so good.
I think it was like a cheeseburger
It was a
pizza.
cheeseburger pizza, but
Yeah.
it was so good.
That's pretty good, right?
It's reminiscent of it.
Yeah, this might be, well, they're just different. The other kind had literally ketchup and mustard on it. This is ranch and bacon, so it is different.
Yeah, I don't know if one is better than the other, but they're very different, but they're both very good.
Nope.
So we're at the library and there's like a little used bookstore here. Like I think they just sell donations, things like that. So I got a couple novels. I got this one. This is one I have heard about for years and I finally want to read it. And then this one as well. It's like historical fiction. Interesting.
Okay, so me and Felicity are at the grocery store and we're above it, which is such a cool view. This is like a fancy Kroger. The restrooms are up on this like landing and there's like a piano. Pretty interesting. Anyway, so after our library stop, which actually Tyler joined us for that. Now we're gonna try to get all of our groceries shopped for today while we're here. But they have a Starbucks here, so might be a cake pop and an iced Americano in store for us. All right, we are gonna get some peaches. Try to find some ripe ones.
I already got the peaches.
You got some peaches? Oh my gosh, it's already happening. That was fast. I have very exciting news. I'm married again. I feel like, well, first of all, if you missed the story, check out last week's vlog. But I can link it below. But it's back, baby. And they ended up re-tipping a bunch of it because that was why one of the diamonds fell out. If you are local, it's Shane Co. Like that is the jeweler and they are like an institution. Like I grew up listening to their jingle on the radio, but they're amazing at like, it's just a lifetime guarantee, like no questions asked. And they have been true to their word with that. Little story time. Last night we were sleeping and Felicity has gotten into the habit of sleeping the first half of her night in her bed and of course wakes up. We try to get her back into her bed. She still somehow weasels her way into our bed. And honestly, you guys, I'm at the point where I'm like, she's so cute. And I know I will miss these days that we just let her and she's just a little curls everywhere. Just anyway, so that's just a part of our lives right now. Anyway, middle of the night, there's 4 of us in bed, Pinocchio, Felicity, and then me and Tyler. We hear the chirp, that familiar chirp of one of our fire alarms, like needing to be, like the battery replaced. except for it is a fire alarm that, like, our master bedroom ceiling is sloped, and the top of the slope is very, very high. Like, you need a legitimate ladder to get up there. And so 1 in the morning, I wake up to that sound, but what actually woke me up was Pinocchio laying full on top of me, nose to nose, shaking. And I'm thinking there's something, like, seriously wrong. I'm like, Pinocchio, what's wrong? Like, oh my gosh. And then I realized he's scared of the chirping noise, and every time it would chirp, he I'm like, oh, poor Pinocchio, he's terrified of this very loud, very piercing noise. And so Tyler's up, and listen, we're all awake, okay, at this point. So we're tired. It's 1:30 in the morning. So Tyler's like, I don't have my ladder, like, I don't have it with me, it's at a different place. It's a long story. Anyway, all that to say, we weren't going to be able to sleep at this chirping. Like, we had to get that thing down and replace the battery. So he ends up pushing our dresser. It was so dangerous, you guys. Pushing our dresser to, like, be underneath it, and then putting, like, a 3-step ladder on top of it. I'm holding the 3-step ladder while he's, like, leaning to get it, and I'm like, do not attempt this at home. Like, but we had to, I mean, it was just like, this is what was going to happen. So he did it. We replaced the battery and we all got back to sleep. But the saddest part was poor Pinocchio just shaking. He was so scared. You're good now, laying in the shade. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's just living his summer dog life. Anyhow, I'm going to end this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed. Again, thanks to Quince for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out any of the things that I tried on at the beginning of this vlog, I will have everything linked, easy to find, both in the description box and in a pinned comment. I feel like the comment is usually a little easier for you guys to find, along with sizing information and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed yet another weekly vlog. I do these weekly, as I think most of you guys know, but in case, I know we got some new faces around here, and I'm so glad to see you guys in the comments. Let me know if you are new. Let us know in a comment, what video did you find of mine? How'd you get here? Anyway, I love you all. I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.